Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster Knott's Grand Adventure. And, it's been a long time since I've recorded, so, I don't really remember what I've done. These are restrooms. They're not done yet. They are not detailed at all. But, their main reason is just to hide this spawn point right here. I guess it's kind of weird that, guests are going to spawn out of a restroom, but I thought it was fine. Over here, they're going to spawn out of a restroom also. Right now, they're just kind of appearing out of thin air. They're apparating. If this is the Wizarding World, which it isn't, this is Cedar Fair Park, so they're not apparating. And what are you doing? You're wandering. Get a job. Well, actually, you have a job. Do a thing somewhere else. But yeah, I don't know what the last thing that I did was, and I'm sorry for that. So I'm just gonna go over everything that I may have missed. So I'll start with this tram loading. At some point I started working on this. It's got a nice little hedge going around into this tram loading area. In case you're too lazy to walk to one of the two entrances, you can get shuttled around on this nice high occupancy tram. Honestly, it's probably too many, but I think that it looks stupid with one, and with two, it just doesn't look long enough. That's what she said. So, yeah, 3 it is. It's fine. This planter right here, I'm not going to keep it. I don't like it. I'll end up fixing it at some point. This one right here, it's just a bunch of burial mounds, and eventually I will put plants in there, because plants are nice, and they make parks look good. Over here is going to be the ticket booths, where you can buy stuff to go into the park, which is important, because otherwise you can't get in. You need them. You can't just hop over these fences, because you're not supposed to. Don't break the law. Be a good person. Okay, over here. I have done nothing. There's nothing new over here. That roof is the same, and it's been the same. I added this. I think I already went over it, though. I changed that, and so you don't hit your head. But again, I think I went on that. Ooh! Vortex. Vortex I did change. And look, it's nice and blue. And, yeah, it's way better than it's ever been. So, it originally had a drop that went pretty much like here and underneath what is it, Renegade Run? Yeah, I actually remember the name. Way to go, me. And I decided it was too tall, and it was. It was way too tall. It was pretty much the size of a Magnum. And now it's a little bit more of a reasonable height. It is very, very terrain heavy with the lift hill, and I think that's part of why the lift was so long. But now it's not. Now the drop ends up being where is it? 156 feet, which is still pretty big. Not quite the size of Viper. I think Viper has it's 188 feet tall. I don't know how big the actual drop is, but it's pretty big. But yeah, the drop pretty much, it's a little bit tighter than it once was. And instead of having the big swoopty turn, you go into this turn right here. It takes a little bit faster. You probably wouldn't get airtime on it like you did the other one. And then there's a slight drop into brakes. They may or may not be on. Usually Aero Mega Loopers have some sort of brakes before the first loop, and I thought, hell, I'll continue on with that. So yeah, here it is, another loop. And then it does the same left turn into the double loop, and into the brake run, and then it does double corkscrews, so on, so on. I ended up changing this a bit, so instead of it just going like really, really tight that way, it goes underneath the corkscrews, well, underneath a corkscrew, and then over the transition, and then into the helix, and into the air hill, and then it is done. I recorded a POV of it not too long ago that I forgot about, so I'll probably end up uploading that at some point. Over here, I have started on the lighting. I built one thing, oh, excuse me, and then I stopped. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've kind of been I haven't really been feeling in the Planet Coaster mood, so I haven't really been playing. I've been playing a lot of Civ 5. I've been playing some Episode 1 Racer, because I love that game and I'm really good at it. And I probably should stream it, but I think everyone's been recording it, and I don't want to be one of those people. Like, it's just some sort of fad. And you know what? With me, Episode 1 Racer is not a fad. It is a lifestyle. I love that game. I usually play as a... God, what's his name? Bullseye Navoir. As soon as I have the option to get to that level where I can unlock him, I just go straight there. I think you can actually do it from the start, but I usually like to wait until I buy some more stuff. And also, if you... I don't think anyone's... Well, I don't know, maybe people will play it for the first time. But if you are playing for the first time, never, ever, ever buy from the real store. The first things that you should be buying are pit droids. Buy all 3 ASAP. Only buy from the junkyard. And always do winner takes all if you know for sure you can win the race. And if you're just in the amateur pod racing circuit, always, 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 always do winner takes all, because they're pretty hard to lose if you just keep buying stuff from the junkyard. Also, you can reload stuff in the junkyard. If you select a racer, then go back to the junkyard, you can get like a Block 6 engine by the time that you finish the amateur, and then you're just smoking everyone, which kind of takes some fun away out of it. But honestly, I think it's really, really fun to win, so whatever. Anyways, this is Planet Coaster. I should probably keep talking about Planet Coaster. Probably a good idea. Over here, stage. It's about the same as it was. Quetzalcoatl. It's still the same. No one really watched that episode. I was kind of surprised. I mean, it's a dive coaster, and no one watched it. Don't know what I have to do. But alright, let's go over here. Rapids. I just can't give up on having a rapids. And here is one here. Not a final layout at all. It's actually a pretty terrible layout. I have this part right here where it gets all close to it, because I want it to kind of be like I think Mystic Timbers goes over their rapids, so I kind of wanted it to have a moment like that. But I think that it just ends up making this area look way, way, way too crowded. So, if I do have it go through here, I'm just going to use the narrow channel instead of this gigantic thing, because it just looks weird. Ooh, I added some trees over here, and I know, whatever, trees, but if I go to nighttime... Oh, look at that lighting. That is nice. That's spooky right there. It's got green, and it's got some purples. Like, uh-oh. Something's going on over here. Also, I don't remember if I announced this or not, but this area is getting a retheme. It's no longer going to be all sci-fi, futuristic, and whatever. So I still don't know what to do with Endeavor and Enterprise. I might still keep them just as kind of a throwback. But this is now a Soaring Eagle. You soar like an eagle on these things, and you can fly and flip around and do whatever. But this area is going to be kind of like a backwoodsy area, kind of redneck. But this over here is going to it's going to be like a little military base out in the open, or some sort of like a... well, actually, no, sorry, I abandoned that idea. That was with the old theme. This is supposed to be like you meet up with these these alien UFO hunters, and you're here investigating some sort of weird crash, which is supposed to be like over here in this wooded glen. And I might add like smoke, and I might see if I can add like a crashed spaceship somewhere. And then in the end you end up getting abducted and getting onto here, and then you exit. And yeah, it's still a pretty loose theme. Again, I haven't really been feeling playing this game, so Sorry, I'll get to it at some point. Maybe in 2020 this park will be done. But till then, just hang tight. I'll get to it at some point. Now, over here, let's look at La Chupacabra's Revenge, which I've changed yet again because I moved some stuff and one of our friends of the channel built a ride and I like it and I'm going to keep it. And I have a story to tell about this whole thing in a minute. So anyways, actually, you know what? Let's do this in... Actually, no, I don't have to. So, my friend Alex C., longtime watcher of the channel, wanted to build a ride here. He's the one who did the lovely support work on Fury, which I'm still thankful for because it means I don't have to build it. Wanted to build a ride. He wanted to build a T-Rex, and I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And he built it over here. I didn't plan on building anything over here. I planned on this being backstage. But yet, here it is. We have a T-Rex coaster in the Fiesta area. I know that I could have just made this its whole new area, but I thought that was dumb. I just want this area to cul-de-sac off, and that'll be it. That's this area. Also, the train station, I'm doing some work on it. This is now the exit. It's a grand exit, and then it has a mediocre entrance on this side. It's pretty boring, and if you think it's going to get any better looking, you are mistaken. It's not. I'm just going to add more of these things, some plants. It'll look a little bit nicer, but it's not going to be anything extravagant. But anyways, moving on with that. This right here is... Sorry, this right here is where the Dragon Swing was. And I thought, hey, I'm just going to build the path coming from the Dragon Swing area over to there. And then I thought, no, that seems like a lot of work to get that over there. So I ended up just moving Dragon Swing over here. It's got some fancy new queue work. It's got more of a structure than it's ever had. And you also get probably the best views in the park. Actually, that's a lie. I'll show you the real best view of the park. But you get a pretty nice view of... oh my god, I think I called this thing Fury. Of Big Kahuna going down its drop, and the pullout is like right there. Like the trench is right there. That's why I added these right here to kind of add some scenery. I added palm trees because it's kind of flows with the theme, both themes of Mexico and surf. You can actually surf in Mexico, so I guess they kind of meld together. But yeah, this is a T-Rex coaster. Its name is Tlaloc, which I'm going to change because it doesn't roll off the tongue. It involves too much rolling of the tongue. So yeah, it is a nice T-Rex coaster. It's got a dive loop. It has a overbank turn. And it's kind of flowy. It's not really snappy like the Raptors. But you know what? I think it's a good ride. I like this roll over this waterfall that he built. Really, really like that. That's probably my favorite part. Into an air hill. The only change that I made was actually to the brake run. Because it used to just kind of go like that and then into the station. And I was like, nah, son. That can't be. It needs to have a real brake run. So I added a real brake run. And this right here is a transfer track that... I'm trying to decide which one I like better. Like, do I want this thing right here to flip over to lead to that? 'Cause this right here is actually an inverted track that I flipped upside down. Then I was like, but it goes through that and that looks stupid. And then I tried just building it with pieces and it looked dumb too, so I don't know. Then I have this one right here that would slide over, but it wouldn't actually line up because that part right there is too big. And yeah, it's a whole thing, but given it's non-functional, I don't know. I don't know which one I want to go with. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I expanded this, and it looks nice. It has a barrel roll thingamajig. I just did this today before recording. It used to have like some air hills, and it's like, oh well, nobody's seen it, so it's not like they know what it was before. So yeah, and it kind of really opens up this area. I think it looks quite nice. And also, that allowed me to kind of push back the path a bit. and add more queue to this ride because it always fills up. And you know what? I did a test open and it still fills up. And it also allowed me to kind of use the station design a little bit better. And overall, I think I like it more. So, yay! That's good news. This is a building. It's completely non-functional. It's not going to do anything, and I'm lagging a lot. It's not done yet, but it's pretty much going to look similar to that, and then we'll have some other thing connecting down here, and I'll do more stuffs. So yeah, that's all I've done. Oh, Wavebreaker has a little wave design. Look at that. Whee! I like it. Anyways, that's it for that. This is going to be the last Planet Coaster video for a little while. I guess it won't really be that different from the current release schedule. But next week I am going somewhere. I'm going somewhere super fun that a lot of people are probably planning a trip to this year because they're opening some sort of a coaster that's tall. It's like 200 something feet tall, and it's fast, and it kind of bumped itself on its first day. So yeah, I'm gonna go ride Steel Vengeance in like a week. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, and I'm gonna do videos there. I'm gonna do live videos every single day, going over I don't know. You'll see. I'll post another video about that once it gets closer, probably when I'm at the airport with my friends. So yeah, that's it for that. All right, bye.